Good afternoon, everyone. I don't know whether you realize it's already afternoon or not. I thought it'll help you to get some perspective. I can't talk much about technology. As you can see from my background, I am not someone who's a CTO or CIO, but I am running the business. For last 10 years, I have been running HDFC Securities as a MD and CEO. Last week, when I was at Goa with my colleagues, senior colleagues from HDFC Bank, and we had a reward and recognition event, felicitation event was there in the evening. During the afternoon, we were having lunch, and the 20, 30 of them were sitting along with me. Since I've been working on a technology side along with my colleagues, I was flaunting my little bit knowledge that I have acquired on AI. So I started to talk to them. They are bankers. They are more busy in acquiring customers, servicing customers, solving problems, real problems, not technology problems only. And I was talking to them and I said, like, look, guys, what is your real issues? They said, look, sir, we have to grow our deposits. I said, yes, I know that. And they said, within deposits also, we need more low-cost deposits, current accounts, saving accounts. I said, look, let's use AI. Let's see what AI can do for you. I pulled out my smartphone, used one of the AI tool to start asking with this very simple prompt that how HDFC Bank can grow its deposits. As you know, the answer was good, credible strategy came out. You can do this, you can do that, open more branches, start engaging with your customers, improve your products, blah, blah, blah. I think all of us are aware that these kind of prompts will give you these kind of simple answers. But since they were not so using the AI, their eyes were lit. Okay, it can write strategy for us. It can also make PPTs for us also. Great, very good, thank you. I said, tell me even more specific. So a gentleman who runs Gujarat for HDFC Bank told me, how do I improve my CASA in Gujarat? So I wrote that also as a prompt and got very specific answers that you can open more branches in semi-urban, in rural areas. You already have a presence in this geography, that geography, and so on. But this discussion went on, and then there was a zonal head. She very politely asked me, Dhiraj, I got to know what we can do. Can you do it for me also? Can AI achieve targets for me? So that's when I really realized that where from the backlash is coming on the AI and generative AI side. We all are having a fancy discussions in the conferences, probably in the strategy meetings about leveraging the AI, but my views are that, I think this is the last slide, I need to go back. Yeah. So my views are that, how do we leverage the AI and technology to be really in the action is something I'm going to talk about it. Can it really replace? Can it really execute? Can it really deliver for the business leaders? As I am a CEO, so I can give you my perspective as a leader, as a CEO. You are all expert into technology, so you know the use cases of the technology. But according to me, in India, there have been higher level of adoption of technology. Assimilation of technology has really helped us in navigating the last 20, 25 years, also democratizing the services to the customers. Today, I can tell you, 10 years ago when I took over as a CEO, we were acquiring customers for demat account, trading account, and also opening bank account along with that. It used to be a 40 signature form. It's a thick form, and today 99% of our customers we acquire with the 5-minute, 6-minute digital onboarding journey only. So that's the leap we have taken. And I can go on and tell you how we have leveraged the technology, but I'm going to talk about a little bit more about the artificial intelligence here in this 10 minutes and then take your questions. So my view is that if we really keep talking about this intelligence as an artificial intelligence, it's not going to make us any progress. So we need to make it as a real intelligence. We need to leverage it, make sure that the use cases work and deliver the real outcome for the people at the ground and for the business leaders. So, we know that all the decisions, leaders are taking decision. Can we enable that they can take a better decision? Can we enable that they can have a much faster decisions making? Can their decision be more accurate? Something I strongly believe that the artificial intelligence can really help them in analyzing hundreds of variables and help them to make it possible. In specifically in our space, can it give them a real context to the customers also? Like yesterday, Trump announced additional tariffs of 25%. Now, do you know what is the impact of that news on your individual portfolio? I can guarantee you none of you would know what is the impact. I mean, if you know broad impact, yes, it will impact some of the exports. Maybe I have few mutual funds that would have invested in some companies that are exporting to US, garnering some 50% odd revenue. So to that extent, it is negative. But will it impact my portfolio by performance by 200 basis point or 500 basis point? You won't know that. But is it possible that an AI tool can really hyper personalize this for you and go into your portfolio, check everything in detail and come out with a simpler small note to you? This is the impact on your portfolio. So that's the power of generative AI that can help us to hyper personalize the things. We know about the payment piece. I think the payment piece is something that we have taken a leap better than even the Western world. Today, even you all know that with the UPI, with payment options, one can really do digital payments, and digital payments have taken a significant leap in India. So that's something already happening. That's something already being leveraged. Now, can we do the programmability of the payments? Yes, we are already navigating towards that also. SIPs are going through the standing instructions. Can you also, you're also using the bill pay, etc. options to pay your utility bills through a standing instruction. Can you really do more use of it? Look, every Monday I want to make this payment to my daughter as pocket money so that she can get a pocket money of X amount every Monday morning. Can you do that? These are the new things that will come and that will happen, that will disrupt the payment space going forward. So I can go on and can tell you what all will happen. Even on the underwriting piece, today the credit managers have a limitations to analyze the information that is provided to them. They look at the file, they look at the information available to them, and some information they try and put into a model and then come out with a decision. Can an AI tool help them to actually analyze the information that is not available to them, substantiate with the information that is available to them, and come out with a better decision making, more accurate underwriting for them? The answer is yes, because through generative AI, through AI, one can look at the information that is not available or not provided by the customer themselves. You can also look at information through the account aggregator ecosystem. You can also scan the social profile of the customer, and even if it's unstructured information, you can put it a context to it and structure it and come out with the better variable which can help the underwriters to take more informed and better and accurate decisions. So my views are that it's not just about the artificial intelligence. This will become a real intelligence. You all know that where all we can use these things, so don't want to spend too much time on that. Different banks are looking at a different use cases, and they strongly believe that it would optimize their cost, and particularly in the 4 area: technology, operations, and risk and legal. I think the earlier speaker was talking about how one has to be mindful of the compliance and look at the cost first when it comes to the leveraging of the technology. I strongly believe that there is a long runway available for us to optimize our cost by leveraging various technology tools. And there are technology companies in this room who are relentlessly working on providing these solutions, these tools to cut the cost, optimize the cost, and put every dollar to a better use when it comes to for the leaders. I think there are organizations who are at a different spectrum of evolution when they are putting across the whole strategy. And I have put some use cases. One can go through these slides and understand it in more detail later. What kind of different models different leaders are adopting? So they are putting up the different architecture and structure to it. I have shown you one architecture which will help you to understand that how they are going, how they are leveraging the data, how they are putting up the AI framework on that, and how they are arriving at the AI models along with that. I have just about 10 minutes, so I can't spend too much time on this. This is something I want to give you more insights, more a use case on the wealth management, where I strongly believe that the one can leverage generative AI big time. Today, the problem statement in the wealth management is it's high cost. Cost of wealth manager, the cost of the ecosystem is significantly higher. Hence, the fee structures are very high, which definitely hurts the customers' returns also. And for the wealth managers, wealth management companies also, it's very difficult to retain the employees and so on. Can the interactions and portfolio engagement be hyper personalized through the using various tools? I gave you one example of yesterday's tariff hike. There could be hundred of different examples where customer would be looking at the hyper personalized inputs on that. Let's say a simple example is that, can you give me a small summary on yesterday, whatever news have happened, impact on my portfolio? Or what are my ways, how I can optimize my portfolio? I might have invested in certain sectors that are not doing well, and can I sell and replace them also with the better revenue generating opportunities also for me? So that's the kind of specific insights, real time basis customers can get. This is called a hyper personalized portfolio optimization. I can assure you, if you go back and look at your own personal investments also, you all will realize that you would have invested in certain stocks, certain mutual funds, certain products that are suboptimal, but because you're not getting the direct contextual information and you're not able to devote time along with your wealth managers to address that. And then also, even if you get to know about it, there is an inertia to take the action. There is a distrust whether I should be taking this action or not based on the advice provided by a wealth manager or so. But when it comes to a real hyper personalized alert to you with the actionable and with one confirmation from your side, it would give you a trail. Why did you optimize your portfolio also? There is a paradox on the AI side, and 8 out of 10 use cases in the AI are not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Why? Because these innovations on AI sites are seen as part-time activities and not the core business by the CTOs and even business leaders also. It's fashionable to invest into the AI side, so okay, we can have a horizontal or a vertical use cases for the artificial intelligence, but they don't see more budgets. They don't get more budgets. Why? Because you are not able to demonstrate the real impact on the business, which I demonstrated with my example also. When it comes to really putting dollars to the use case, it is very hard to do that. But I believe the generative AI can solve it, and it can agentic AI can actually solve it, what generative AI is not able to do. It can work across the organization. You can have a more specific use case and deliver it also. Like I can tell you one simple use case we are working on. There are customers who are completing the digital journey for signing up new customers. Now, at some point in time, some customers are not able to complete that journey because they are not able to upload certain document, or they don't have a significant understanding how to use particular step. At that time, we do a real-time intervention and help them to do that job through an agent. Now, this can easily be replaced by, really can be replaced by a generative AI, whereby on the real-time intervention can be given, help can be given to the customer. You have to do this step, and then your journey is complete. So all these, there are so many more use cases that we are working on. I think my time's up, so I'm happy to take one or two questions. Yeah, please.
I'm Rohit from Silverleaf. Everyone spoke about, so far has spoken about the customer-centric use cases of AI, right? Or in compliance, right? Everyone's concerned about, their people or people subscribing to their, securities, etc. Will HDFC in foreseeable future be focusing on the market-related use cases? You mentioned predictive models somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? Would you be looking at, and how soon do you think there would be implementation? Say, for example, drawing correlations intelligently, right, between different market-related factors, or for that matter, Gen AI would be able to provide you insights, customized insights with respect to the market, or the models, for example, intelligent asset allocation, or intelligent strategies.
Yep, very good question. And let me tell you, we cover about 250 companies actively. We write reports on them, detailed reports. What are the limitations why we can't scale it to 1,000 companies? Because we have X number of equity research analysts who cover these companies. They have their models, they write about it. But with the agentic AI, with the help of AI tools, they can actually get information and put that into a context, and the number of companies they can cover can increase significantly. This is one use case, and this can be done with very simple code, and no code ecosystem also can help them to do that also. So they don't need to learn coding to do that also. Similarly, on the asset allocation side, I touched upon with the news. It could be news, it could be a significant event, it could be an event like monetary policy or a fiscal policy, and impact of that, what should be the impact on the change in the asset allocation, can be done at large. So generally we write about, today what we do, we write about all these things and send it to all customer as a one-to-many communication. It is not personalized, it is not tailor-made to your portfolio, that you are sitting at 27% asset allocation onto the equities and 67%, 63% on the debt side. Now is the time, because the P ratios are lower and the interest rate cycles are otherwise, so you should increase it to from a 27% to 43%, because that's based on your profile, your understanding about your requirement, your goals. This is more suitable to you. So those are the things are not possible. What are the limitations? I can't run the model for each and every individual customers and communicate to the individual customers. This is supposed to be done by the relationship manager, who are also not having the enough information available to them. So once you can get the right information and put them into a ecosystem, this will eliminate even relationship manager also, and this can be sent to the customer with the actionable. Yeah. Thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Dhiraj. Thank you. Can we please have a big round of applause for him? All right. Dhiraj, I've got to tell you that I thoroughly enjoyed your session. It was absolutely fantastic. And thank you so much for shedding light on how we can move from more transactional to more intelligence in that sense. Thank you. Thank you so much.